So I'm up this morning trying not to fret. Um, July 13th. Like I said, I want to call it an infamous day, but at the same time, it was a day 2 years ago where I asked God for resolve. And here I am 2 years later. I'm not really, I don't be pressed about the stuff no more, but a lot of times, or sometimes, some dreams or whatever come up. Maybe thoughts, but mainly if it'd be a dream or something. Just like when I woke up out of my sleep. It wasn't a dream, or it can be an experience. Woke up out of my sleep going into July the 12th thinking about my daughter, but reminded that this day was coming. So stuff like that. Anyway, I'm gonna try to put me together a romaine salad. I did it yesterday, but I just decided to eat it this morning. Trying to. But yeah, so this morning I did wake up, and I had a dream, but it seemed like I had a dream like it seemed like I had a dream like 15 to 30 minutes before I actually woke up. So it's like somehow either the dream ended or something, or just went away. And then I finally woke up, but I still remembered parts of the dream. I can't remember everything. When I was having it, it's like I was trying. I don't know. I think I'd be trying to program my brain to remember everything, but yeah, it just didn't happen. I remember some stuff though, because I like to remember stuff in details. But then I was having this experience when I did wake up where I was trying to remember, and it like literally felt like I was gonna say a ton of bricks, but like a stone or a brick was on my hands. Like I was holding a brick in my hands, like whether for trying to remember it or whatever, or like something. It was like a block. You can call it a block, where it was trying to block me from remembering it or whatever. But what I do remember was, what's his name was in it. And again, I don't be having dreams about him like that. Um, like I said yesterday, kept hearing these Maxwell songs and stuff like that. And then I actually went to look up the lyrics again. I had done it before. It's that Fistful of Tears song. That song it is intriguing. But never know when the artist is recording it and all that stuff, what they mean, what they talking about. So anyway, check it at surface value for me. But it was a song that he turned up in the car one time when we was in the car. Mm, this was a day he was riding passenger side with me, and I don't know where we was going, what was going on, but anyway, he was riding. And anywho, he turned it up. He turned that on up, and then there was another time when he turned his music on his phone up for me to. I don't know. I'm not gonna say for me to hear shit. I don't. Who knows when it come to him? And he turned. I think he turned my music down, something like that. I don't know. Anyway, that's besides the point. But was hearing that yesterday, and and I do like that Fistful of Tears song, but and I like at least how it sounds where he's like, but he's saying he go crazy, he go insane sometimes, trying to keep the girl from losing her mind. And then he was saying, "Save me my fistful of tears" or something like that. I don't know if that means save me from having to have a fistful of tears. I don't know, but in dream, what I remember, I went to some location that he was at. He was looking back like he was like what I remember him when he was 25. I had this 25, 26, like right when we had our son, or right before, whatever, which was now what? Gosh, wait, for me, of course, well, for me, 25 would be 10 years ago, but now for him would be basically 12 years ago. Yeah, if he just turned 37, 12 years ago. Um, I was gonna say, this salad is not hitting like I want. I'd be prime thinking that my salad is gonna hit, and it just don't. That literally pisses me off. Um, I'm gonna pick around it and eat what I can. Um, so he was looking like 25, 26, 20, between 25 and 28. Um, something like that. And he was at some location. I guess some location. I'm trying to see what all I'm freaking eating. Some location, maybe where he was residing with a girl, or just some location. I don't know. I don't know what it looked like. I went, and I don't think she was there. I went. I don't know if I was picking him up or something like that. It seemed like I was picking him up to go somewhere. And I had this scarf. I had this scarf that I have now, but I had a whole bunch of hair up under the scarf. A whole bunch of thick hair. And I mean, I still got thick hair, but it's not a whole bunch right now. Anyway, whole bunch of hair, looking kind of like, and I was wearing it kind of like an Amish person would wear their stuff, with some of the hair kind of hanging out a little bit, poking out, should say. Um, and almost like the scarf was like a headband holding back some of my hair. Anyway, I don't know what that got to do with anything, but well, it does. It is significant, especially because the details or whatever, because of the way I was wearing my hair. I was there and we was talking something. But it looked like he was trying to, well, either he already had clothes on or trying to get ready. And we was talking. I seen some letters or something under a bed, like a 4 or 5 page letter or whatever. And it was like kind of folded, but it was out where you can read it. I mean, I can see it clear enough to where I wish I could remember the words that was on it or whatever. But I do remember, I think, where it was like a yellow sticky note where she had wrote. It might have been the letter might have been for me, but I don't know. She had wrote. I read her long ass letter, something like that. And I guess I mean, I know she was referencing me, but like I said, I don't know how the letter got there or how it was from me or whatever. But anyway, she had wrote on that sticky note. I read her long ass letter, and then that's what I remember. And honestly, while I'm trying to remember, I'm still getting like fidgety and like just it ain't really uneasy or uncomfortable. It's like I'm guessing like it's a trigger type thing for me. So because like I really loved this man, like y'all couldn't tell me nothing otherwise. Like I loved him, and again when I learned agape love and things like that, when I experienced that for myself from God directly, and that's what I gave him, I was like, ooh, really? And, you know, for somebody to reject for all those years agape love, and it's like, baby, you don't want to be, to me, of course, it's like you don't even want to be loved at all. You don't know you want to do. You want to be drugged through the mud, evidently, and it's like, um, and my thing is with that, I wasn't mad at him. I don't want to be drugged. I didn't never want to be drugged through the mud, but like I said before, I like a little rough, a little ravaging and a little rough play. Two word on play, not no real violent, not no real violence. So don't do that. But just a little rough. And so, but no, I'm like, no, nigga, you literally want to be drugged through the mud, and that wasn't for me to be doing that to him. And I don't feel like it was for anybody else. I'm like, you deal with somebody else and you've been tampered with, and you got some other stuff going on. But I'm trying to get to the point and talk about it, but I'm telling you, just fidgety and like seemingly going around stuff. Then I'm trying to eat this salad, pick through it, because nah, that ain't it. Um, Definitely need no soda early in the morning. Drinking this Baja Mango Gym. That Baja Blast and this Baja Mango Gym, it hits. It serves, baby. I've been on here 11 minutes and ain't said too much of nothing. Cause when I felt that like block or like that weight on my hands of even trying to remember the dream, I was like, it was different. And it wasn't, of course, it wasn't a literal block, but I felt it like it was literal. Like, yeah, some heavy stuff. And it's like, oh, this is crazy to me because yeah, it's this day and it's 2 years later and it's like really I'm still feeling like I'm dealing with something regarding this and even was prepared. It's like prepared to even just deal with even the thoughts or the dreams of it. Like Lord, that's why I said I need you, Lord. I need help because it will try to mess with your mental, definitely mess with my emotional, But I heard that feel triggering. Um, I'm still holding on to that word that God is dealing with, has dealt with things that have triggered me. It could be people, who contributed to triggering stuff like that thing literally making me fidget and like, oh, almost like like an addict, who's going through either withdrawals or whatever, something like that. And and for me, what still feeling like I'm going through any withdrawals? What 2 years later? It's tough. That thing was, oof. It's like, are you ever gonna be completely fixed and healed regarding that situation? That's how I feel. Like, oh, and of course, especially with contribution coming in the other day, it's like certain stuff just hit me all at once. Did I say the other day? I think it was yesterday. It was me feeling like I needed to prepare to remember that day, but the day before. Then some money came in, and then, of course, today, I wake up from a dream. So it's like, I don't know. And then the triggering things is you read, you know what I'm saying? It's just some of the details of it. You read my long ass letter. It's none of your business. Whatever I said to him was none of your business. And it's like she's trying to say, oh, that's our business. No, girl, I don't know what you got going on. And I kind of know, but I don't know. I wasn't, and that's the thing. I wasn't like that with him. I did want certain parts of whatever he had to do with, but I wasn't like that with him. Even when he uh, got the other girl pregnant while he was involved with me. I know it's tough to even say that. I know people would feel like, oh, that sucks. that really, really sucks, that you dealt with that and this, that, and the third. But maybe some of them same people that be feeling like that and thinking that be going through worse or going through similar or whatever and be pushing right on through. Like, yeah, I'm gonna keep my man. So that was me. I was on some, I'm gonna, who? Because I'm keeping my man. He ain't going nowhere. Then I had the thoughts of when I was telling my so-called dad, this is my husband and stuff like that. And he quickly snapped back. Like, you ain't snapped on nothing else and you ain't said nothing else about my decision making or my life or anything like that. But as soon as I said, this is my husband, oh, that's not your husband. That maybe later, but not right now. And all this. No, he didn't even say that. He said, that's not your husband. And I was like, yes, he is. And I was just, of course, adamant about it, and I was serious about it, and yeah, firmly believed, and like, but he was saying that, and that right there disgusts me in itself. Like, what in the world is wrong with y'all? Y'all, it's like it felt like you didn't want me to go on and have a happy life. I was happy with somebody, or I felt happy, should I say? I'm not gonna sit here and say and lie and say I was happy. I was happy with God equipping me and helping me to maneuver through that relationship, but I was not like he definitely didn't make me happy, not most of the time. Barely some of the time. It was only because I felt like and believed that I was doing, and I had peace about it. I was doing what God wanted me to do regarding him and the way I was treating him and stuff. I was actually treating somebody. I didn't never like mistreat nobody or treat anybody bad, but I could get like mean with other people where they would just irritate me, piss me off, and I'd be like, mm. But with him, it pissed me off on on a regular basis. But I wasn't being mean to him or nothing like that. But I'm gonna tell you this: even if I wasn't being mean to him, if I even said anything firm or stern to him, he still felt like you attacking him. Like it's so crazy that he could be so dangerous, but he could also be so sensitive. And I guess that's just a bad combination. And really, oh Lord have mercy, I feel like it really does try to show up in my boys. Like one of them gets a little more sensitive than the other one, and then the other one try to do dangerously retarded stuff. And they like that's where they be clashing at. And I'm like, please respect his feelings. Please respect him. This, that, and the third, whatever, whatever. Trying to explain it to them. Um, and then I started thinking this morning, did I have these boys to try to hold on to him? And if I did, I don't see it. It ain't shown forth because I always said, hell no, I'm separating my my kids from him. And I wasn't trying to completely, of course, separate them from him because, you know, that was their daddy or whatever. It's hard for me to say that now. That was their biological. And and of course they look similar to him, but I just was big on now these kids do not need to be extensions of even myself. Like, but I gotta be honest, they have my ways as well, and I know my daughter does too. They have my ways, of course. Of course, if you do not look deeper than the surface, they look like me. They look similar to me, and of course him. Um, and they definitely have the mannerisms and stuff like that. But I just don't be on it, and I'm thankful to God that I don't, because baby, I probably would have been there, snapped on them because they are smaller than me and stuff like that, or younger and all that because of things that he have done. Like he did the absolute most, and I can't say he did the absolute worst, but he did the absolute most, and it felt like in the worst of ways. And so anyway, seeing him in my dream and stuff like that, it was just like I said, I don't know why my hand started feeling like I was holding like a block, whether it was trying to block the dream out or if it was just trying to let me know this is heavy, even just dreaming about it, even thinking about it, even speaking about it. I don't know, but oh Lord, I don't know what, I hear them up, but I don't know what they're doing. But anyway, um, He had on like some basic like clothes, I guess, or whatever. And now that, contribution been coming in again, I just be assuming that he's just I don't know, maybe he lost a job or something like that, and then he got it back, started back working somewhere. I don't know. The money just started coming back to back to back, and to me, that's like, okay, I'm thinking you're not doing nothing more than what you was doing. You're just making up for what you missed for 2 months. So I don't know, but and really, I'm not trying to be funny or even advise anybody, but that's kind of how you play the system. If you needed to have some time or take some time off, and then you didn't get back to it immediately, as soon as possible, whatever. That's how you maneuver the system a little bit or whatever. But anyhow, I was gonna say that's neither here nor there, but that is both here and there. So, what else happened in dreams? So I seen the letter. She had said that, and how I'm feeling about that. Like, girl, you don't belong around here. Like I even told her, I was like, girl, this is not your set. Keep it moving. And she was just steadily trying to convince me that it basically not only is is it her set, she created it, baby. She made it, and basically telling him, you better tell her, you better tell. I just will never forget, you know. Um, it just made me want to punch her in her face and in her mouth and stuff like that and all that. But anyway, now that part is probably neither here nor there, so let that be. But um, and I said probably because you just never know, baby. I might catch you. I'm not saying I'm catch you lacking, but I might just catch you somewhere, honey. And it ain't to me. I'll be feeling like I don't give a damn whether you lacking or not, because this is what it is anyway. Girl, move on. Um, because literally God will have to set up that match for real. Oh Lord, have mercy, help me, help me, help me. But because y'all just don't understand what she did, baby. She did the ultimate to where, girl, you crossed major lines. But anywho, what is the boys got the bro code, baby? Um, you messed up when it came to the quote unquote sister code. I'm not your sister, no way, but I'm just saying. But anyway, keeping it moving. Yeah, no, I feel a type of way because it's like, ain't no way. Somebody read my stuff, but that was, it might go back to where emails and stuff was read, and or whatever the case, where he was just alone. I was like, oh no, I don't know what. Was letting him know again. I don't know what you think this is, but had to be reminded that he was kind of slow, remedial, retarded, this, that, and the third, whatever, and whatever else his mama deemed him and other people deemed him a fool. He was everything. So it was like, girl, you dealing with somebody and something that just it's like you can't get right. So why would you expect? Hold on, I'm trying to get comfortable. Why would you expect for him to not allow that with you? But baby, I had strong and high expectations. Like, no, you not. Ain't no way you finna do this to me. It's just no way. And I do remember, um, my daughter's so-called dad. As you can see, I'm still calling him so-called dad, but the the boys the boys' connection. I'm now considering him. Oh, what's his name? I don't even be referring to him as a dad, and I can't take that away from him or give that to him. That's between him and God. But I can do what God has given me oh, the grace and the peace to say and do, and that's all. And that's all Mary had a little lamb. But oh my goodness. Okay, so I'm trying to find. Oh yeah, because I had to charge my phone. But yeah, I can't give or take that away from him. But that's like I said, this is what I'm calling him now. And oh, that bottle popping scared me a little bit, especially when I'm talking about a creep. like this dude, like a creepy person. I don't want to really call him a creep, but he had them creepy ways or whatever, just different ways that was just I don't fully understand. And he had already told me you'll never get to the bottom of endless, and so that shit was scary. Um, it was scary when I actually realized, damn. And then that's how I'm feeling this morning. Like, damn, like, oh my gosh, I really was feeling like, damn, he left me high and dry. Or low and dry, whatever. I mean, they say high and dry, but left me low and dry or whatever. Because, baby, he did a number on me and with me. And for me to even, every so often, still even feel an inkling that I be reminded that I cared for him, let alone maybe feel like I still have some type of something. Man, that's wild to me. It's beyond wild, honestly. And it's just like, huh? Wait a minute. How you do that? It's almost like teach me your ways, because I want to have somebody like that too. But honey, when I tell you, I am just let's see what's coming in the mail today. I felt good not getting no mail, baby, for real. Oh, okay, but yeah, it's like you want to say teach me your ways, but then you know the damn ways is so damn trifling, or it's just something trifling about it that you're like, no, because I know if I learn from you, I'm gonna get in some major trouble. For real, I'm talking about with God Himself, and maybe God just made that for you and a specific few other folks or whatever to know how to operate like that. But what they say, oh yeah, that's what kept coming up. To do this what? Unhinged, baby, unhinged. And let me go back and just go over unhinged. And I was wondering like, who unhinged and where is that? Because I don't want it around me. And this came up on, hold on, let me see what day it came up on. Because I can go back to the exact day that it came up on. 'Cause, yeah, wait a minute. I might have to make this a 2-part video or more, but speaking of busybody, it was that too, a busybody when wouldn't sit still. This was Saturday, so what's today? Wednesday. This was Saturday. So that was what, 4 days ago, 5 days ago, something like that. And so, yeah, mentally unbalanced and deranged, and that might be where it was left. Let me see. I still just feel away like I felt like I could hear her voice, but I think I just read in the thing where she put. I read her long ass letters, and that right there, that be enough. That's more than enough to make me not want to deal with somebody. That's a deal breaker. But with him, I still was like, still either making excuses or whatever it was. I don't know. I mean, I know parts of it where you know how they say that that thing he be thinking. That was one thing, but that wasn't, and it's so crazy because when I was dealing with it and all of that, and I was operating with it, it wasn't like it was thinking, but it wasn't like it wasn't that serious. So I think that was part of it or whatever, which was it was more than decent, or it was right at decent or whatever. But again, it was him. I just got to be honest. It was him. It was things about him that I just was like, ooh, I want that. But I mean, for me to even be talking like this today is like crazy to me because, baby, I I mean, that's how I. This is definitely how I felt towards him the whole time up until what was it, 2020 ish, and on, But so it ain't nothing new to me. It's how I felt for him, thought for him, and stuff like that. My Shaka Khan voice, I feel for him. I mean, I don't feel for him currently, but I'm just saying I felt for him. Um, I'm trying to even be careful with talking about it seriously because it is. It's it would have me unhinged like him. So I pulled up unhinged, and of course you got deranged, demented, unbalanced, out of one's mind. And baby, I mean that's just what it was. It's like he had me. What is it like? It was definitely the mental thing, but God with the spiritual, because God was pouring into me spiritually a whole lot more for me not to lose my mind and stuff like that. And it was one time when we was uh having sex, and I was like, oh gosh, I'm about to go crazy because he was just doing this one thing over and over, and it just, oh, that bothered me so bad. And this was after he had linked up with that girl, that female, or whatever. And I don't know, she did something to you to try to drive me crazy. Ain't no way. And God blocked it. He ended up. I said, oh, I'm about to lose my mind or something like that. And he ended up stopping. And so, of course, that kind of goes to that song. That kind of goes hand in hand with that song, "Fistful of Tears." Um, I go insane crazy sometimes. In that moment, I can see it, but because he's trying to keep her from losing her mind. But but yeah. So do you want to be deranged, demented, unbalanced, out of your mind, crazed, mad? Hell no. Insane? No. Lunatic? No. Maniac, berserk, disturbed, distracted, confused, sectionable, crazy, mental, bonkers, bats, loopy, bananas, touched, out to lunch, off one's head, off one's rocker, potty, batty. And then, of course, the opposite is sane and stable, deprived of stability or fixity, fixity, throw into disorder. That's why I'm telling you, it's been a lot of disorder and disorderly type stuff since I've been around him. Take a door off its hinges. um, of course, I always like to hit the Urban Dictionary and check it out. Um, right, waiting on this to load. Like, my phone should not be doing this. Crazy, insane, psychotic, confused, a basket case. Not attached where it really counts. Much like a door. This BITCH is obviously unhinged. So there it go. I've seen Unhinged before I actually seen it, and I just, and I'm not. I guess I'm trying to make light of it because I'm just like, or I'm trying to be careful with the way I describe it because I'm like, baby, was you just really like literally created to be this way? That's what it seems like. It don't seem like he was born and then something affected him like that and he turned this way. It's just like he was really created to be this way, or either just that specific mixture of parents was just gonna create that type of child. And when I say that, I got to talk about myself too. Them the type of parents that I got, did something. It seemed like long term effect, something that I feel like I can't come out of. But I don't feel like it's unhinged. I just feel like it's, gosh, I almost want to say like it was a sloppy type of ordeal. It was like just definitely not well put together and stuff like that. But anyway, we ain't talking about me right now. We talking about Oh, what's his name? Old Unhinged. Okay, so yeah, and it's to me, it's just like I don't want unhinged around me, but I've been, but it's like I already been around him for so long that what difference would it make? What And so I guess that's again might be me trying to make excuses or finding myself making excuses, and I really don't know. I'm saying might because I don't know if I felt like I and believed I was equipped to deal with him before, then what would change besides me getting better? But baby, mm-mm. So anyway, next part of the dream, because I can't even get past all this. He was writing the girl a note or whatever, telling her I'm going to be with, and they always shorten my name or whatever. I'm going, not be with, but I'm going with, or either I'm going to visit her. Talking about me, and he shortened my name, I think. And he wrote it down. I think he was writing in cursive too. He was writing real neat. Now that is a detail I do remember. He was writing neatly. Hey, this is almost like how I know his handwriting to be anyway. And then he was putting somebody else's name on there. And I felt like I had to add an A or something like that in my name, like he missed it, but I don't know. And he was leaving her a letter, and I was feeling some type of way in a dream, like, you don't gotta tell her nothing. Like, what do you mean? And I was still, so to me, I guess that's what I need to take heed of if I was to ever link up with him, which again, I don't intend on it, but it's still, I haven't been with anybody else, and so it's still like it's not really it's a battle that's already won, I'm gonna say that, but the process of it is like, for me, what I'm dealing with is like I be feeling like I still gotta battle with whether I want to deal with him or whether I don't. You know what I'm saying? And so I think my grandma might have been in the dream too. I don't know, can't remember, but he was leaving her the note, and I was feeling the type of way, like, you don't got to answer to this person, but he felt like it was somebody he had to answer to. And that's still almost like a mother type thing, but yeah, and still when you have a mother or a mother type that sleeps with somebody, that causes a lot of confusion. That's why I'm like, baby, I'm not trying to be your mama. Never was. I was trying to be your equal, your counterpart, and things like that. Your help, of course, your helpmeet. But yeah, but he just, I guess, wanted a mom. Ain't nothing wrong with loving your mom, this and the third. I want my sons to definitely love me and stuff like that. Even my youngest son, he came in here last night laying with me, and he was just like, I want to come and spend time with you and this, that, and the third. So he stayed in here all of a good 5 or 10 minutes, and then he was out. But yeah, I don't want to lay with my sons in that type of way. Um, or I don't even want them to be so. I want them to be connected, but so deeply connected to where, they look for a mother in all females or everyone. It's like, no, baby, you'll be all right. Um, so I just don't want to do to them what his mom did to him and whoever else. It wasn't just his mom; it was other people. It was probably the grandma that died too, and just other people, other females. And so yeah, he was leaving her a note, telling her. So I was feeling the type of way in the dream, and I'm feeling the type of way in real life again with you. If he ever let her read my emails and things like this, but he was coming back telling me, don't tell her nothing. He literally was telling me that, don't tell her nothing or whatever. And I was like, why would you involve somebody and I can't be honest with the person or tell, you know what I'm saying? That's where the unhinged part comes. So, this was stuff that was happening in real life, but it can show up in my dream life. So, that brought confusion and just a lot of stuff. And I was just like, because I'm not partaking in you up here trying to do people dirty and stuff like that. I don't know. I did have a slight Bonnie and Clyde type mentality or feeling every now and then, but I didn't really act on it. I didn't act on that stuff. So anyway, he was just like, don't tell her nothing and all this. And I was just like, why is she even here, Ike? Because I was feeling, what is she even doing here? You're not satisfied. It's not good enough. With just me and you, we're good. And like, I really did feel like we was a good team. But he wanted to, I guess, team up and do some crazy stuff. And I didn't want to do that. I wanted to team up and actually, of course, build up the kingdom. I actually wanted to, the kingdom of dark. I mean, the kingdom, ooh, the devil be bound. The kingdom of God, the kingdom of light. Oh, Lord help me. Somebody probably be like, oh, no, that was the truth. It slipped out. But no, the kingdom of light and do good works. But I guess it was like pulled to kind of do other stuff. And it's like, oh, God. And that's why I told the girl, like, girl, I don't do that dark work type stuff. And to me, I feel like, of course, she definitely teamed up with him to do some stuff to tamper with the kingdom of light and bother, saying, try to contaminate and all that, pollute, whatever. Anyway, yeah, but evidently, whatever it was just wasn't out of him where he wanted to still wreak havoc and havoc he would wreak. So felt my feelings or whatever, like, why you gotta do, I was feeling like that in the dream, but I didn't necessarily say anything. I was just still sticking by him. That's mine. I'm gonna stick beside him. Or no, it wasn't even like given that in the dream. It was given like I was just picking him up from somewhere else, and maybe at this point in time it was my shift or it was my time or whatever. Just kind of waiting for my time to come around. And he was letting it be. He was telling her, I'm doing this or whatever. And he was just leaving her a note or something like that. She wasn't there, like I said. And then I was feeling like somebody outside was gonna tell that I was at that residence or whatever or something like that. So he went on and told in the letter. And then I don't know if I seen us exit and get in a vehicle. I feel like I did, but I don't know what happened. It was just like he was just going along for the ride again, and he wasn't making no decisions or anything like that. And that's the part of him that I don't want or feel like I need, because it's like, but I got kids with you. I couldn't tell whether we had kids or not in the dream or whatever, but real life, I got children with you, so I need you to be a decision maker. I need for you to boss up and not be controlling and manipulative, but actually be a wise decision maker and lead, responsibly. But yeah, so that's all I really can remember from the dream, and it definitely had me feeling a type of way, and it really did have me feeling like, damn. Of course, he went on elsewhere and did what I told him and expected him not to do. But damn, I do still love him, and I feel, and I always say, if he was the last man on earth, then definitely I would want to have all my kids with him. But, but as of now and today, it's like, I don't want to go back to that place that, it felt like torment and torture, what he put me through. It felt like that, but it's like I didn't feel it fully, I didn't feel the fullness of it, because God was restraining and stuff, but it's like I don't want to feel the fullness. And if it feels anything like that, I envisioned and felt like I felt like it was like a square or rectangle um cement block on my hands. I don't want that. Like I don't feel like I can carry that. Now with God is possible, definitely, but me personally, baby, I'm good as dead when it comes to trying to lift or carry that. So, but it was almost like he was so convincing in a dream, and it was just almost like it was old times where I've already known him and been there with him. It's so funny because my older son felt like he had deja vu yesterday, that we already lived out something. And I mean, I don't know, but 44 minutes. I'm getting ready to upload this video, and still waiting on another video from last night to upload completely. But it had me feeling a type of way, and I guess too because it was this exact day where I asked God for resolve, and the way that it seemed to be resolved. And it's like God already knew I was going to ask him, so he already had stuff lined up before I even asked and prayed about it and stuff like that. Like, this stuff was already like kind of mapped out before. because I think they can do the schedules on that same day, but they do the schedules anyway. The schedule that I got before all the stuff occurred, it was already written down. So it's like that in a sense of already written. This is already done. You asking, but it's already done. It's already handled, and I like stuff like that. But it was kind of weird and scary too at the same time. Like what became of that later on or whatever. And of course, I know the details, so I'm not going to go into certain details about how other stuff transpired because it's between me and God, and that's just what it is. But and if I was to share it with somebody or whatever up close and personal, that's something different. But it was kind of looking back. It feels like it was strange, even though I had already been living like that anyway, with trusting God and just like asking God, not being scared to ask God for something, and trusting that He would bring it to pass and He would, you know, His results are better than anything that I could ever choose. So anyway, on this day, people still appearing in my dreams that I don't necessarily want. I can't say that I didn't really want him in my dreams because he had been in a part of my dreams for so long. But I definitely didn't want her in my dreams at all. Like, girl, bye. Why are you even talking? Why are you even? And I mean, I guess it was good or better that it was something that was written as opposed to actually seeing her in there. But still, don't write nothing about me. Don't talk about me. Don't sit around talking about me. Don't sit around listening about me. If you was trying to be with him, then you needed to be with him. And I guess what comes along with him is, or what comes along with anybody is something from their past or whatever that they deem from their past or whatever. And shit, to me, I was still the present, and at one point in time felt like the future. But I'm good. I'm good. Now I know why Future called himself Future, because he is just not playing. He said he is not finna get left in nobody's past, period. Not Sierra's, not none of them baby mamas. But yeah, yeah, don't sit back talking about me and all that. Like, boy, you can talk to me about me. You don't gotta talk to nobody else about me. You don't gotta. And so I just look back on when I talked to somebody about my daughter's so-called dad because he was locked up. Like, it's like you didn't leave me no other option. But I talked to them about what was going on, his mom, and this, that, and third. And this person wrote him a letter. And he was like, I feel like you got me on three-way. For one, it was a female. So you had a problem with me talking to a female. And then for two, it was a female who was married. So, I didn't feel like she was trying to get with me or nothing like that. But for two, um I don't even know what two is, but for one, yeah. What? I don't know. Just like you don't want me talking to nobody or trying to get advice and get help or anything. And so he was like, "Yeah, I feel like you got me on three-way." And I was like, I don't know. But now I can kind of sense like he got me. I feel like, boy, you got me on more than some three-way. You really trying to get somebody all up in there with me, and it's like that's not gonna go. I don't be feeling like I'm built for that. If I do not give the approval and the go ahead, it's not gonna go. Don't do that. So that was like the ultimate disrespect and stuff to me. But we still had to process it and get to a point where it's like, oh no, you need your ass whooped for that. You know what I'm saying? You need your ass beat. But you definitely need a ass whooping for sure. Burn your ass up, 'cause ain't no way. I don't give a damn who she is and how confident in herself she feel. Bitch, you better, oh Lord help me. You better take that somewhere else. And like I had told her, this is not, or told whoever, I said, this is not your set. This is not where you belong. I do not give a damn who invited you and who tried to bring you in here. This is not where you belong. But they basically flipped it on me like, no, baby, you got it twisted. This ain't where you belong. And basically sent me packing. That's what it feels like. I can't really say and call what it is because I'm still processing this thing. It feels like I'm still processing. God said it's done, it's handled, but I feel like I'm still processing it. Like what? And still going through the process of it. But yeah, basically sent my told me to pack my bags, and you ain't got long at all, honey. You better get out of town. Better get out of Dodge. So that's when I was like, I don't want to say I shut down, but I just kind of was like, well, I don't have a choice. If that man don't want you, and he got somebody that'll try to team up against you and come against you and stuff like that, and even make it to feel like he's defeated you, but no, the enemy is defeated, and victory is mine. And it's not really not now. This is where I can say it's not really necessarily against them. I guess unless they want it to be, but it really is against that spirit of the enemy, because this girl clung on to his mom and stuff like that, and his mom was just devil professing, and she was, I guess, what you call real about her stuff when it came to that, because she literally did that in front of me with one of my sons, and I was like, oh no. And that's when I said, oh no, no, honey, you gotta go. But yeah, nah, I feel like they sent me packing, baby. But I don't want to be that part time and on again, off again. Oh, I'm gonna pick him up now. He good now. No, 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 no. God can pick him up and place that man or lead that man wherever God gonna have him. Cause once I don't want you no more, and I say I'm not easily persuaded, baby. You gonna have to seek God to get my heart or anything to turn back towards you. And so anyway, with all that said, I guess that's where I'm gonna leave it right now. It's still much I feel like could be said. Should it be said? Maybe, maybe not. I don't know, but yeah, that's where I'm gonna leave it. And I'm gonna upload this video, and I'm gonna still, I guess, be sitting over here feeling like I'm looking crazy because I'm sitting here like, now what just happened within that whole decade? But definitely within the last the last 4 years, 2 to 4 years, that just tried to just blow me away and definitely tried to get me unhinged. The devil is a lie and the devil be bound.